ham-fistedly trying to say is that I attend a national university where, money is not really that important. So much as actually being able to do well on the tests, admission and such. Why the fuck am I resizing the window? Well, anyway, let's shut up about it now, since we are in the game, and indeed, we are here in the final climb. We finally beat the ninja dude for the second time, and got here without the game crashing from all the money that appears. Which was probably the most difficult part of it all. And we get to see these two people, the guy from the fire cage, and the guy from the Skysand temple. But before we follow their advice to keep on climbing, there's a little something I want to check out over here just for the sake of closure. Oh, that's right, I need to go this way. I never will remember that. Shh. It's a secret. And because of that secret, I forget what I was going to talk about. Well, you see those kind of pinkish clouds in the background of this screen, for instance? Apparently there's something to them that I had neglected to acknowledge the first time I went this way. Oh, wait a moment. Yeah, I just saw that. I don't know why that happened, but I could have sworn that that looked okay a second ago. There. Yeah, it's a bit weird. I guess this is why, yeah. I'm gonna have to do this again because I accidentally resized the fucking window and now... There we go. So let's ignore my technical incompetence and failure to acknowledge something of that character appearing. And as you may recall, the last time we were here at the bottom, we kind of saw this bit of pink cloud jutting out from the side, but I didn't think to actually see if there was anything here, but as it turns out there is. So I'm gonna have a look around here and see what the deal is with this and one more area before I actually try to finish the ultimate challenge of the game. So far this does seem fairly straightforward. Guessing it's going to be... oh god. Oh, it's one of those platforms that bounces back and forward. I have bad experience with these things. Also, I think I see how we're supposed to get that heart. So I'm hoping I can do this fast enough that it will count. I can. So what happens if I fall off from this place, which... oh, apparently I end up here at the bottom. Even though I fell from a place that wasn't directly above the square where I am right now, but... but who cares about that, right? Video games don't need to make sense. Oh, hey, this guys. Yeah, we're gonna be dealing with them in just a little while, but I don't want them to be harassing me just yet, so I just quietly walk away. And attempt to make my way through the remainder of this area. Okay, how is this going to work? Do I stick to the bottom of that thing? I have the feeling that is what I'm supposed to do, yes. Well, at least for the second part, it looks like I can just barely clear this first obstacle here. But now I have to jump. And hope that I can fall in the right place, yeah, before that thing shoves me back to the left. But I don't know what this is all leading towards, to be perfectly honest with you. But I sure am glad that I got all the jumping upgrades before I got here. Okay. Oh fuck, that was fairly close. Oh god. I have the feeling... Oh, well, that saved me. I thought you had to catch that platform, but I guess not. Okay, this looks like it shouldn't be too difficult, unless they suddenly throw a curveball at me. Which I wouldn't be surprised if they did. But no, apparently this is not gonna have the ghosts spawning or anything. And we made it to another save point, that's quite nice. Shovel Knight. I have not played it, but I have seen it played and it looks fairly neat. And you know, there's people like Diabetes gushing about how good it is, so I am inclined to believe. Also I fell. I see why they put that save point there. So let's see how far we can go before we reach the limit of this Cloud Nation. Okay, wait. I actually don't know what I'm going to do here. Can I stick to the bottom of that thing? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Oh god. Yeah, I really don't know what my objective is here. Well, might as well give it a try. Oh, I didn't realize I could do that, but I guess that answers my question. So, let's keep on going. Gotta say, these puzzles are pretty mellow after that horrible castle level. That was hell. And I sincerely trust that I will never have to do a level like that again in this game. Of course, I still have the last level to deal with, though, from what little I have seen of it. Oh, fucking hell. Well, I missed that. From what little I have seen of it, it's not going to be nearly as bad as the castle. So let's try that one more time. Also, if what was I trying to say? I'm very bad at remembering these things that I specifically wanted to say when I opened my mouth. If I sound a bit strange tonight, it's probably because I spent some of this week with a minor cough getting aggravated. No doubt by me getting caught out in the rain one day. But, you know, the worst seems to have passed, which means that I can do this now. But I so certainly hope I don't feel the urge to blow my nose on stream, and if I do, I'll at least try to mute the mic before I do so. Okay. Second attempt at doing this jump. Please make it. There we go. Okay, next save point. And these guys are back. They do seem to like this area. Well, only one of them, but... Oh boy. I think I see what's... Yep, there's another horrible death machine we have to deal with. But, you know, it does seem to be fairly obvious what the winning strategy is. Well, that's what I said, but then I didn't know what the heck to do when it came at me. I'm going to assume that, you know... Oh. Oh, wait. I really don't... Oh, never mind. I think I see what you need to do there. And I don't like it, because well, it looks quite infuriating even for a boss of this game. Yeah, well, you know, I didn't do it gradually or really know if it would work, because when I started doing the backups of the streams, I was under the assumption that Twitch was still enforcing the you can only make highlights on a 2-hour-long thing. Which was, you know, like the icing on the shit cake for anyone that... for the people that complained. Okay. I probably shouldn't run straight into the machine like that when I climb. Maybe a shot of fire from afar will do it, I don't know. Although I'm quite surprised I haven't fallen yet. But yeah, like I said, I think I mentioned this on the stream chat for AB's stream. You know, when they said that the deletion was going to begin soon, the purge, the final solution to their storage problems. Oh fuck. Well, that time I fell. When the purge began, as I was saying, or the systematic deletion of all the broadcasts to VPC, that's a good joke, began, I pretty much scrambled to make highlights out of all my shit, and spent one night doing so. And as I said, I was quite surprised to find out that I could actually do that, without having each highlight be limited to 2 hours. Oh god. Well, that I could not have dodged. Don't recall this thing being that nimble before. Does that work? Oh well, I completely missed, so I won't find out. I have the feeling though that if I do manage to beat this thing, which is looking less and less likely with every passing second, I'll get another one of those golden things, so which I'm only missing 2. And I'm guessing that you get something of some sort for getting all of them. You know, just wishful thinking, but I would like to think it's a fair assumption, since I have all but 2 of them, as I said, and there's only 10 of them in the game. Of course, that didn't work. And that also didn't work. Holy shit. So apparently the only way to successfully damage this thing is to get yourself hurt while trying to do so. That's not very nice. Also, apparently I'm quite not good at dodging it now when it's doing the dive bombing thing. You know what, if I spend more than an arbitrary time limit, if I spend more than frustration minutes on this guy, I think I'm just going to ignore it. Okay. And just go do the final area without getting all the golden things. I honestly am not that concerned with 100% completion of this game. That went great. And it really doesn't look like I'm going to be able to survive, or even get more than 1 hit in at a time. Yeah, you know what, I think I'm gonna do this attempt and then one more, and then if I can't manage to beat this guy, that'll be that. We'll pretend this never happened. Well. Right. Of course, I missed the last one. Oh well. Something tells me it isn't Lizardman, because you know, the people who run Twitch, the actual people behind Twitch, like Emmett, have proven, especially during the whole fiasco, that they just aren't good at making decisions. And that they suck at informing the non-negligible user base when big stuff such as that happens. Oh, hello, yeah, what's going on? Oh. You know what? I think I'm going to pretend I never fought that guy for now. But that's alright, because there's one other place that we haven't fully explored before the final area. And that is this fucking place. Of course, I'm already taking massive damage. But that's pretty much par with me in this game. I'm quite surprised I didn't get hit by that first guy, but let me see. I do recall catching one glimpse of the way forward here and then just noping out of it. Oh, jeez. Okay, maybe I'm just supposed to hang on the ceiling. Maybe that's it. That's better than... Well, that's... I'm not surprised. Yep, because it's pretty much no health when you get to this point. And it takes some ridiculous timing to get past this area. You know what, I'm going to go ahead and try to get to the points. I digress. I take back everything I said about wanting to explore the other areas of this game. Because, to be quite frank, I am tired of this. I can't recall the last time a game made me weary, but not weary enough that I wanted to completely abandon it. Also, I can see that getting anywhere near those guys is gonna be instant death, pretty much. But there's nowhere else to go, so we need to make that effort. Okay. Oh god. And they start chasing you as soon as you make it on the screen. That's awesome. Well, could be worse. Nope, I'm dead. Or, you know, getting knocked off the edge, which is the same thing. Oh, how did I end up back here? Well, it doesn't matter anyway, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to... I could just make it back up to the save point, and... You know, if the double jump button would work, that would be great too. But yeah, I see there's gonna be some horribly tricky jumps in this area. Probably should have spent a bit more time, you know, of my own, farming for those heart upgrades and such. But I was too lazy and now I get to pay the price. Good eats, well. You know, I sent you a link, I think, Ambushbug, once to one of those websites that isn't exactly kosher, but it does have, should have good eats. Okay, they're throwing me a bone here, at least with these things not moving. Oh, Jesus. Please make it. Oh god, I didn't think I was gonna make that jump, but apparently I did. You know, like I said, every time I talk about myself doing well in this game or failing at this game, it's just my expectation. Because if I expect to fail, I will never be disappointed. Can I not jump in this? Yes, I can, but the center of gravity for them is very confusing. This is what happens when you use dynamic tile sets in Game Maker. But apparently I made it to another save point, which leads me to wonder what could be up ahead. But now I'm up here. Hello, bird. Hello, you. Yeah, that's what the ninja guy said, twice. So I wonder what's gonna be different this time. I don't either, honestly. You know, the game's lack of a title doesn't really help with that. Okay. fun with its wretched warmth. The sun follows the birds. The army of ghosts don't appreciate the light. I have the feeling that some of these are just references to titles of Doctor Who stories. Ghost Light Army of Ghosts. See what? Okay, so apparently this dude, whoever it is, struck a deal with the birds, but now because of our horrible meddling, he needs to go back on his word, because he doesn't want the sun to come here, which will happen if we stay here. Well, you know, you could just ask us to leave. There's no need to go around killing people if all you need to do is just keep them away. Just politely ask them to stay the fuck away from me. Yeah, I'm guessing these things are very, very bad news. That are barely visible, but he's quite clearly throwing at me. Oh, I see. Fucking agony mechanics. So I need to stay near the center, I take it, so that thing can bounce back up to where he is. When he shoots it. There we go. Crash games. Okay. Yep, these things hurt. They don't hurt as much as I would have expected, but they do hurt. Okay, that's 2 hits. I seriously doubt that's gonna do anything, but there he goes. Oh, Jesus. Well, phase 2, I guess. Oh, I suppose that falling off just isn't an option now. And I should have been staying away from those 2 orbs. But I'm going to assume I need to, like, dive bomber them, or something like that, when they turn white, like they just did. Yep, I was right. You know, thank goodness for the intuitive mechanics of this game. Also, thank goodness for my horrible incapacity to... Oh god. Well, one of them is dead. What's the other one gonna do now, I wonder? Other than chase me around. Doesn't seem to be doing that well for you. You know, in terms of... Oh, fuck. Yep, I'm not good at aiming when I'm falling like that. And now I'm dead. And I have the feeling that lack of control of the bird when I'm falling is gonna be my undoing in this final battle. Or at least I hope it's a final battle, you know. Again, wishful thinking. It's been a long time since I played since I got tongue-tied like that, and also since I played the original Crash Bandicoot games on the PS1. I don't think I ever really finished, or 100% that I did finish them, but I don't think I 100%ed them, any of them, on the original incarnations, but you know, thanks to the wonders of technology, I'm fairly certain I managed to do it afterwards, with at least some of them. And I guess to be fairly controversial, I advocate the opinion that the Xbox/PS2 game to Insanity wasn't that bad. Turn white, oh you fuckers. And this is me misjudging how long is it gonna take these orbs to turn vulnerable. No, oh Jesus Christ. Thanks, bird. Pretty sure I bounced up when I actually pressed down there. Of course. Just a couple of moments late. think you need to complete getting all the gems and getting all the crystals, as well as getting a time trial thing in some of them. Okay. Phase 2 complete. Now what? Now what's gonna kill me? Oh, this thing. I see. Well, I have no idea what to do now, how to avoid this thing. Jumping over it, apparently. Oh, didn't see that thing coming. Because I never saw it emerge from that pair of pants that was chasing me. But you know, now at least now I know that it does that. Bloody hell. And I'm getting hurt by all of these things. Okay, that was a little bit better, in that I actually didn't get hurt during that. But I still took all those hits during the first wave of attacks, so I'm not, you know, being boastful about anything really. I know that it's against my interests. And against the interests of veracity for that matter. I don't even know whether to blame myself or the random pathfinding AI that this thing seems to have for that and that. Oh god. Apparently I killed that thing, but I also took 90 damage. That's quite nice. Oh god. Okay. Pretty sure I can afford a couple more hits before I die. So let's see how to avoid this thing's horrible revenge. And also see if we can avoid... Okay, this time I did see it launching that thing that I just jumped over. I'm guessing that, much like in the first phase, it's gonna be based on getting those things to bounce back at him somehow. But that is just guesswork at this point. Oh god. Oh. Yeah, that I had no idea was coming. But you know, if I manage to beat the guy in the cave, I'm sure I will be able to get this guy eventually. Still can't believe the bullshit mechanics of that battle. It's like you need to memorize the exact timing of the cooldown between the shots that you can do, and also how long it takes for a fire shot to charge into an ice shot. But of course I don't even have to worry about that for this fight, which is quite nice. Quite nice. If I am to be honest with you, for all the shit I kinda give this game. I do like the fact that at least you don't have to do that more than once. Yeah, then again, I don't really give this game that much shit. It's mostly due to my own failings, because, as I said multiple times, the game really is designed well, especially for a game maker game, but it is hard as balls later in the game. And there is no way I could have predicted that from the early parts of it. I have a feeling this is gonna be quite as bad as I am daring to fear, since, you know, pretty much all of the fights with Ninja Man, the second coming after I managed to beat him the first time, were insultingly easy. I do kinda like the, you know, the whole trial and error, but once you know what you're doing, you can get through it quite in a nice way, thing that this game has going on. Okay, I have quite a bit more health now. This is in fact an indie game. From Matt Thorson, who makes quite a few indie games of note. Such as this, and of course the Jumper series, which inspired Meat Boy, as I've mentioned multiple times over the course of this whole thing here. Okay. Once the laser gets charged up, what the hell do I do? This is my question. Can I bounce on this thing? I cannot. What do I do now? Okay, I jump on it when it turns grey. It's not really intuitive, but at least now I know that's what I need to do. Oh, jeez. And also, for it to turn grey, I need to dodge its big laser attack. Jeez. Yeah, these things that home in on you don't really help matters. Oh, well, that was unexpected, admittedly, but... Okay, now what? I have the feeling it's not gonna be that different. Oh. Okay, this is actually a little bit less aggravating, since it doesn't seem to be shooting the homing spheres anymore. This is actually... Yeah, it's actually a bit more manageable, if you ask me. Yeah, and it's... At least now it's fairly evident how to deal with this guy. Okay, I'm fairly sure it's not over yet. I still see that sparkly purple. You're not fooling me. Nearly at... Yep, there we go. Nearly out of energy, but not yet. I'm going to die with you, I know it. Yep, I called it. Okay, wait. Since, you know, there's the timer up there, I'm guessing the objective for now is just to not die. Yeah. But I failed this objective. Because I had barely any... Well, I had 80 health, but... That basically means I cannot survive any hits. One hit kills me. So I guess my new primary objective is to make it to that section without, with as much health as possible. Which, you know, like has been said many times over the course of this game really could benefit from some E-tanks or something like that. You know, at least for the not completely horrible difficulties, which I thought I picked one of them. I picked the one that was labeled medium, or something similar enough to that. Didn't pick hard or impossible, or whatever the one that was above hard was called, and yet I have to deal with stuff like this. Well, at least I'm getting through it. I'm pretty sure me from another time could never have gotten through this game. Would have just given up. Oh. Yeah, there's two difficulties that are apparently harder than this one. So, you know, food for thought. Hello. I have the feeling I'm not gonna make it. I didn't make it. But at least I was able to retract quickly enough to not get hurt, but then I got hurt by that because, you know, jumping mechanics. Egg souls, yes. Well, to be fair, you do die quite a bit in this game, that is a big part of it. Okay, made it to the pants with only one hit. So let's see if we can avoid the horrible barrage of trouser projectiles. Well, not those, but those. These orb things, they're very bad news. Because of that horrible tracking mechanic that they have, and also they don't really telegraph when they're going to emerge like that. So I am quite not good at avoiding them. And also I'm fairly surprised I didn't get hurt by the laser there, even though it was still out when I jumped. Okay. Ooh, just barely avoided the other orb there. There's another one that's gonna come out. Yep. But I've avoided that one, but got hit by another one. Keep forgetting the direction in which the laser comes isn't up or down. As much as it is clockwise or anti-clockwise. Well, gotta keep that in mind for the very probable instance of it next time with this guy. Okay, please turn grey so that I can kill you. Thank you. But once again I made it to this part with only 80 health, which means I'm gonna get killed in one hit. Unless I can somehow survive 1 minute and 15 seconds without getting hurt at all. Which, you know, I wasn't even paying attention to that, which... yeah, pretty much a given that's not gonna happen. But I shall keep strong. I don't know how horrible it's going to watch this back on the recording when and if I put that on YouTube, which I should, because I've been putting every other part of my recordings of this on the YouTubes. Because why not? Someone might be interested in watching a blind idiot stumble through one of these. No. Asherthoth plays an Untitled story. .wmv. Yeah, to, you know, the credit of unfrustration, the tracking on the orbs could be less shitty and potentially more frustrating. Yeah, those pants are always my undoing though, because of the sheer number of orbs that it throws at you. Also these guys, and there's two of them, because they cover a lot more ground that way. And of course I was put into a situation there where I couldn't really make it to any of the sparklies without... okay. Well, one of them is dead. That's actually quite good news. Oh, yep, it happened again. Because I horribly miscalculated that. So now I can get hit twice or 3 times before I die. And now the second orb. And now the third orb. Kinda surprised I haven't gotten hit by any of these things yet. Okay. Oh, what? Didn't even see what hit me there. Can only imagine how what DSP would say while playing this. Pretty sure he would encounter the crash too from getting all the money at the same time, which would be very not pretty. Yep, 500 videos. Some of those videos are only 2 seconds long because he uses the automated Twitch script to split them into 15-minute parts without even looking at the recordings himself. Okay. Yeah, I haven't quite seen that, but apparently the last orb only survives, or still survives rather, even after after the laser has already been shot. The big laser. Also, I'm surprised I haven't gotten hurt when just the head is flying around there. Right, next attempt at surviving the eye onslaught. And once again, I can only get hit once. So death is imminent. Yep, there goes the orb. There goes the other bigger laser shooting orb, which somehow didn't kill me there. Okay, wait just a fucking minute. Is that a... Can't quite make out what the numbers are there. I was gonna say that the 5s on the countdown font look like 6s, so... Apparently minutes... Oop, of course. Could have avoided that, but I was too distracted by my thoughts and stuff. But, you know, for what little glimpse I got of the number font leads me to believe that the 5s look like 6s there. Just an observation. No real significance, but just something that struck me as odd, considering that I thought, you know, the thing was only gonna have 1 minute and 15 seconds of countdown. But if I can hit him, it will. Tola says hungover from drinking. Well, I do remember kind of hanging out at to the tail end of AB's stream last night, which I probably shouldn't have done since I needed to get some sleep. And I'm getting hurt in really stupid ways here, as I always do. Yep, like that. And yep, I'm losing health at a ridiculous rate because of it. Usually don't have this much trouble with this section, but now I do. In before I make it through the pants section without getting hit. Oh god. Well, I got hit by this thing instead. Oh. Yeah, that's good news, King. Glad to hear it. Don't think I mentioned it last night, but that little anecdote reminded me of something that happened to me once in high school when we were having this field trip basically to, that was not much else than an excuse to travel out of town under the pretense of going to visit a famous writer's home. But it happens the place where we went was Tasco, which probably none of you know is a town which is built right on the side of a fucking mountain, which means oh, of course. Which means that all the roads are sloped. And yeah, that's pretty much what it means. There is not one level street in that fucking town, so it's quite a bit of climbing that needs to be done. And one of the people who went there tripped and fell and spent pretty much the entirety of the trip in the hospital, getting his leg looked at, which sucked. But, you know, that wouldn't... I don't know. People kept reminding us that that guy was having a shitty time. Even though no one else was really affected in that way. So it stuck in my mind, and that is what happened. And that is what King's little... Well, little... I don't mean to sound demeaning, but that is what that reminded me of. Also, judging from the lack of a health counter in the corner there, am I to interpret that I have not gotten hit yet, because that's quite amazing, but of course that changed there. Because I got hit 3 times in the span of a couple of seconds. Oh wow. So sure I would get hit, but apparently not. Okay. Made it to pants once again. Well, to be fair, I do seem to be getting better at dodging the orbs. That's something I'm quite pleased with, actually. Because these are my biggest problem with this section. Usually. But then I learn how to not get hit by them, and that changes. Okay. Alright, doing quite well once again, surprisingly. Bet I'm gonna eat my words before too long, but still. I can avoid. Oh shit. Yep, I'm definitely gonna get hurt by that thing, but then. Because the orb prevented me from dodging. Oh jeez. I think I did already get hurt by this thing in one of the runs, but. But apparently only one. Oh god. Nope, can still kill this thing, pretty sure. Yep, there we go. So now I made it with some extra health to this section. There's a ghost of a chance. Get it, ghost? I might make it. Because these guys are ghosts or something, I don't know. But for that I still need to keep focused, because I'm very well aware that I can really stupidly get hit by something that I can see coming a mile away and get horribly mangled by really obvious stuff. Because I'm getting distracted by stuff such as the countdown at the top of the screen, or maybe I'm trying to figure out what the chat's talking about. Apparently not so far though. Which is quite surprising for me. Also, the orb's lifespan seems to have increased. That's not good news. Oh man, when the piano keys start playing, you can feel the MIDI in the music. But to be fair, I think you can also feel it just out of the overdriven guitar sound. Holy shit, am I gonna make it? Only 2 seconds left. It appears that I am in fact going to make it. So what happens now? Well, yep, there I am. I'm in control, it appears. I'm still red because I got hurt a lot. But I can't press space to open the map or anything. Ooh. Hello? Yes, I have. I don't know why I did that, but I did. Yep, apparently I did that, but there's 2 areas that I didn't finish. So there's that. No, but it would have helped, I have a feeling. I don't know if the sun would have helped with the horrible castle full of spikes, but, you know. So you're saying I should play more Metroidvanias? Well, I think I'm a bit ahead of you there. Bird, statue, god, deity, spirit. Oh, I see. Yeah, well, I guess that's pretty much it then. I finished this game. I guess I didn't kill 2 of the bosses. I missed 2 of the golden orbs, and I also only got about half of the hearts, and also I missed 2 abilities, I guess. You know what, 1 second. And I made it in regular. Which means I can't bloody imagine what hard or the one that's harder than hard must be like. But what I'm trying to do now is get the internet to work, because something that actually happened last night is that one of the cables that goes into my modem apparently got loose somehow. But because that cable is like attached to my modem in a way that you can't remove it without opening up the whole thing, I didn't realize that it was loose. So I was very confused about why the internet was gone until I fidgeted around with the thing and figured out what was going on. And also apparently the oh boy, the music from the ending is over. Well, I'll be perfectly honest with you now. I was trying to figure out if anyone had some sort of recording as to what, as to whether, if you complete this with a higher percentage of stuff, anything is different. Oh yeah. Look at all the people who worked on this. Can't recall any voice talent, except, the guy who mumbled at the shop. And that's pretty much it off the top of my head. I'm sure there was more, but yeah, using Game Maker. I thought this was like 10 years old or something, but apparently it came out in 2008-ish. Shh, it's a secret. Shh. Also, apparently one of the inspirations for this was Douglas Adams. I guess I can kind of see that. We can restart from the last save or quit the menu. I think we're gonna quit the menu. Yep. Because, the sheer irreverence of some of this stuff. Like, I guess the village. How many times do you have to hit left to get to this place again? There's a whole... Well, that reminds me that I guess I should probably do this before I end the game portion of this. I'm gonna spend the day, of which I have quite a bit, on stuff from this place. The bear sign, the smallish table, the potted nightwalk tree, the sky-sent cactus. Oh boy, what is this? Keep going arcade game. Sort of heavenly bed. And wow, apparently that was exactly the amount of money I had when I spent. But now my house down there, which I'm pretty sure has no use in the game, is better furnished. Yeah, I'm gonna scrounge up 1,328 more crystals so I can buy the rest of this stuff. No, thank you. Yeah, Remike streams. Incidentally, I did manage to download the last, the game's voice talent. Slati Bartfast, everyone. But yeah, regarding Mike's streams, I did manage to download the last 2 streams he did, where he played Anvil of Dawn in their entirety. And yeah, I think that's gonna be pretty much it for the game, because I might as well do a little ending spiel for anyone who might be watching on YouTube, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna cut it after this. How long have I been streaming for? Not even 1 hour and I already finished. Well, I might try to finish the other 2 bosses, but not right now, fuck that. So, the Untitled story. It's kinda like Metroid, kinda like Sakeless, except with a lot more action platforming and frustration, and also kinda like Cave Story for that matter. So it's really quite a neat game, but, you know, it's pretty sure it's also meant for people who have more patience than I do.